Do you have a favorite moment from a player at one of your games? It's like, and I have endless fucking stories. I can't even access just one. I played yesterday, actually. No, 2 days ago with my group. The wizard cast darkness on like the enemy, but then not really anybody could see anything. The rogue cast fairy fire on them beforehand, so they could see like the outline of them in the darkness. The paladin threw a fucking goblet directly at her head while he was just fucking hammered. Bombast, yeah, I guess so. And that was on Friday. Somebody had their brains picked out with a shoe. It was like super brutal too, because it was like one of her like best friends or something like went fucking crazy and like stabbed her. Like she was like this dancer for like a stage show, and she went fucking insane and started beating up everyone around her. That was after the one woman just started beating an old lady with a chair leg. It was crazy. Got pretty nuts. I feel like a good game of D&D can beat any video game. I think I like stand by that. At least any video game now. Any video game that exists. Is this Dwarf Fortress or D&D? Well, I guess since I've been playing Dwarf Fortress, D&D has probably been being influenced by it a little bit. But no, they're investigating a government conspiracy as to the deaths of all the firstborn elders of all of the councilmen. My favorite moment of, I played a campaign with Adriana, Corey, and Dell, and Jack. They went to a town where there was like an ent walk, and he was supposed to be like, he was supposed to be like this fair, like happy, life-loving tree that was supposed to give them like all this advice or whatever, and Corey's character was just like, how big is the tree's mouth? And I'm like, oh, it's a good size. I mean, he's a big tree. He's just like, I vor the tree. I'm like, you what? And he's like, I vor the tree. And I'm like you eat the tree? He's like, no. I want to get inside of its mouth. And I'm like, Corey, there are children around. And he's like, you know what my alignment is. Because I think he was like chaotic neutral or something. All right, you vor yourself into the tree. And he goes, yeah. I'm also do homebrew. I'm doing pre-made modules right now. I have to be careful because one of my players is actually a viewer, or maybe multiple. Just one I know of. They're running through Journeys Through Radiant Citadel right now. I was running the roommates through Storm King's Thunder, which we never finished Storm King's Thunder. Who does? That fucking campaign took forever. I would like to do, was it Ghost of the Salt Marsh, Curse of Strahd, because it's just classic. I feel like most people usually do Curse of Strahd because it's a really good like opening thing, and it's got fucking vampires and shit, so it's like, whoa, cool. I have a few friends from my improv group that I think I might try to rope into playing another game. Keep getting distracted by the main campaign. Oh no, the story. Good shit. Oh, is that, or a different campaign? Do you have like a main arching campaign and then you would do Curse of Strahd as kind of like a side thing? Straight in the Diva. I started playing and went right into homebrewing DM. That's what I did too. So I started homebrewing D&D, and it was just too much of a time sink for me because I go way too fucking hard on my worlds. It is fun though. I find it easier to DM your own homebrew stuff rather than a pre-made, but I'm learning a lot from running pre-made stuff. That like the idea was like I really wanted to kind of get used to like how would an official campaign look, because I had never done it before. I'd only done like a few like one shots that were in that kind of vein. Holy shit! I bounced him off the other guy. I didn't even see him. I gotta start doing that more often. Just fucking stun him if he's just in my way. I mean, I'm not gonna get around him, so I might as well do that. When you bounce your bro off your other bro. Bounce on my boy's cock. One Strahd next year if I burn out too much. Do you guys know how long Strahd is? I know it could be like Storm King's Thunder is so annoying because like after like 5 level, it just opens way the fuck up. Like where it just becomes fucking Skyrim for a while. And you're just like running around trying to figure out all this shit in like an insane area. So I feel like it's really hard to get the players back on track after like I guess like level 6-ish. It's easy to get overly into building a home. Yeah, but then there's like so much stuff that gets left out because you're always gonna, especially if you're building like outward in. Supposed to be open world, man. Our DM sucked more than I thought. He was so linear. Yeah, no. After Storm King has a. There's a split in the road at level 5. I won't give too much away, but where you do a very important thing can happen one of 3 different places. Oh, Jesus, are you serious? That's the worst luck of all time. And then after that, it pretty much opens up because you don't really have a ton of direction as to where you need to go next. There's, spoiler, there are things raining terror on the world, so you have to go around and find out more about it and stuff. And you could pretty much just go anywhere. Maybe your DM just like only prepared like one area and was just like, okay, you're gonna go there. Oh yeah, Call of the Netherdeep is cool. I would like to run that too. Where you know what the problem is, you just aren't given any direction on how to fix it. Right, and like, I guess if you want to be a DM that like gets them through, you know, Storm King's Thunder. 1 second. What? No! I fucking hate Orion! I fucking hate him! He's so fucking annoying. Ugh, anger. I'm angry at video game. Ryan ruins a perfectly good run again. But at least we're getting through the 3rd world. Have any advice for wants to dip the toe in DMing for the first time using a pre-made module? Read! Don't skip the reading. It's really tempting. Please read it. Read the whole thing, front to back. Read it again. And then make notes. It helps to have notes and actually to like read the DM's guide. There's a few things that like tell you like, don't skip these chapters of the DM's guide, but you can pretty much skip the other ones. Because a lot of them are just full chapters of like treasure generators, world building generators, you know, stuff like that. You don't really need those. It's just good to know where they are. There's a few things that are just like you absolutely should read from the DM's guide. Also from the player's guide. It's important. Just have a list. Yeah, 100 names just on a list. Yeah, NPC tables are awesome. Very helpful. Fuck. It's definitely the wrong way. Serious? Damn, I fucking butchered that. What is happening? What the fuck happened here? This should be like my time save area. For a long time, I always thought maybe I'd like to try to DM self-doubt. Yeah, it feels very self-doubty, but I'll tell you something. I've been DMing since I was 12 years old. I'm almost 32, so almost 20 years of DMing. I still have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know all the fucking rules. My players are constantly telling me things, and I'll just be like, oh shit, didn't know that. I'll apply that, and I'll check it later. It's a learning process. Just like playing, DMing is also a learning process. Yeah, you gotta wing it, and sometimes you won't know the answer to questions. If it needs to be like quick, is good improv all the way through for sure. Yeah, and I know that sounds intimidating, but a lot of the time, just like make a decision and stick with it. And a lot of the times you could just say like, hey, this is what we're gonna do for now. I'll look into it later, and then we'll fix it later. But just to keep the game going, like let's just pretend this is the rule, and you probably won't run into any issues. After you DM like once or twice, you'll get the feel of it, and you won't be so stressed out about it. You just really kind of got to dive in a little bit. All right, doing it again. I told my friends we should try D&D and they made fun of me. Yeah, find new friends. Happy Christmas. Hope you're well, friend. I'm okay. How are you? Intoxicated. Love that for you. Getting that fucking eggnog. I've never had eggnog. I feel like I'm missing out. It's pretty fucking good. It's so, I'm literally on a pretty much grapefruit only diet right now because I drank like a gallon of eggnog one day and I told my fucking personal trainer like, dude, I'm gonna die. Please, what do I do? She's like, if I give you a detox, oh yeah, it's high in calories, fat, cholesterol, sugar, everything. It's awful. It's so fucking bad for you, but God, it tastes so good. And it's so good when it's spiked. The perfect vessel for any kind of alcohol, at least for me. Some people hate it, you know, because there is like kind of raw egg in there, kind of, not really, kind of. There's raw egg in there, but it tastes good. What do you spike it with? Whiskey, vodka, I think pretty much anything. Like, what can't you spike it with? Probably not like Jaeger or something, but maybe if you like licorice fucking eggs, I don't know. I'm about to start losing my mind, but is Family Jewels an allusion to your dad's balls? No, Family Jewels is just balls. Get your fucking father out of it. What the fuck? You got some like reverse Oedipus complex shit going on. Love your eggnog video. Thank you. I believe if only balls are allowed in chat. You're a ball of fun. You're just a ball of happiness. Doesn't all have to be testicles. You could be the besticles. If quizzes are quizzicals, then what are tests? They're tests. They're just tests. It's not short for anything. You fucking testicle. You fucking ball man. Fucking living scrotum you. Fucking Sasquatch, testiclatch. Sasquatch, testiclatch. Ball man, I thought that was only in Pokemon. What? You're testing my patience with these jokes. I'm sorry to admit, guys, you have a dad, he has balls. Think about that. Think about it. Think about it.